Howdy folks, Modern Prepper. I'm going to try to make this one short and sweet and to the point. So, a lot of us are parents. I'm a parent. And once they get to be a certain age, about toddlers, you start giving kids the ability to make their own choices. At least somewhat. You give them the illusion of free will. You know, you want them to go to bed and they don't want to. That's just how it is. They always argue with you. They don't want to go to sleep. So what you do is you give them the option. Well, we could read, or do you want to go to bed now? I go, okay, we'll read. You only given them two options. But point is that those two options are both the direction that you want them to go in. I mean, you essentially, the end result is getting the kid to bed. So what you've done is you've limited their choices, given them the illusion of free choices, and then in the end of the day, the selection they make is exactly what you want anyways. So some of you are going to already know what I'm talking about when I say this, if you're watching this. Well, this is a lot like how our political system works. You see, they give you the illusion of free will through politicians that they put there. They're not just organically brought up through the system and voted in like people think. No, they're placed there. They're selected, not elected. And people seem to think that, you know, if I vote Republican, then it's just going to change everything. Or if I vote Democrat this time, it's going to change everything. Well, I'm here to tell you that it doesn't matter. That until you vote non-establishment, nothing's going to change. And everything is going to go the direction they want to go anyways. Because it boils down to money and power. And you don't have it. Okay? People act like their vote matters. I mean, I'm sorry, but if you think that the 2020 election was real, then you've got a few brain cells missing. I'm just gonna say it like that. But you know, hey, to each their own. If you think that was a fair and legitimate election, you know. And the other thing I'm gonna say is that if your argument is Republican versus Democrat, you've already lost the argument. That really, because it's one side or the other. Again, both choices are exactly what the elite globalists want us to do anyways. This thing with Trump, I love the guy. He did do a lot of good. I mean, is Trump as much anti-establishment as people say he is? I have a hard time believing that myself, but I'm just skeptical of everybody. I don't trust anybody in this political realm. I don't trust what they're telling us ever they're going to do what they say or what we vote for. I think they see us as cattle, and the quicker that everybody, left or right, wake up and see this, the better off we're all going to be. This is how we fight the power paradigm, how we get the power back. We have to unite. We have to ignore skin color. We have to ignore political party lines. We have to ignore religious beliefs. We have to ignore personal beliefs. We have to agree to disagree on everything. And you know, unfortunately, the powers that be have taken the left so farther left than they've ever done before that what now would be a centrist, or even somebody who's just an anarchist, is now considered far right. That's where I'm at. Okay, I've always just sort of been independent of the government and seen the bullshit paradigm a long time ago, but now I'm considered far right because maybe I respect some traditional values. The whole thing's silly. And yeah, I did vote for Trump, so I don't really give a shit if the FBI comes after me for that. Fine. Because I voted for Trump. You know, we're not doing anything illegal. That's the silliest part about all this. But anyways, I also want to add another irony to this whole thing, that people on January 6th that are imprisoned, they're imprisoned under the same law, the Homeland Security Act, that passed in 2001 because of 9/11. Small coincidence, you know, but the powers that be, the people that gave themselves the power to write that law into power, extended it. Republican, Democrat, it doesn't matter. Trump extended it, okay? So, and you can say, oh, well, he was under the impression that we're going to be fighting real terrorists over here in America. Where are they? I'm still waiting for an actual terrorist attack since 9/11. The only terrorist attacks we've had has been MK Ultra mass shootings at schools where they want to kill your children. Don't fall for it.